So we've established that God is great, looking at his ability. Now let's look at intelligence, his wisdom. Matthew 9 2 to 4. This talks about the man who was sick of the palsy, and Jesus was in the process of healing him, and haters came and started complaining about the procedure he undertook to do it. All right, so let's look at Matthew 9 2 to 4. And behold, they brought to him a man sick of the palsy, lying on a bed. And Jesus, seeing their faith, said unto the sick of the palsy, Son, be of good cheer, thy sins be forgiven thee. So there was a connection between this man's sins and his illness. But that's obiter dictum. It's aside. Now let's look at verse 3. And behold, certain of the scribes said within themselves, This man blasphemeth. Blasphemy is when you do something like an insult to God, a gross disrespect to God. Like they were thinking, who has power to forgive sins? How dare you say your sins are forgiven? Like, are you not just a man like us? Now, and Jesus, knowing their thoughts, and Jesus, knowing their thoughts, said, Wherefore why do you think evil in your hearts? For which is easier to say, Thy sins be forgiven thee, or to say, Arise and walk? But that ye may know that the Son of Man had power on earth to forgive sins. Then he said to the sick of the palsy, Arise, take up your bed, and go to your house. And the man was healed. Now, the focuser here is on the fact that he heard their thoughts. He knew their thoughts. He perceived their thoughts. He could read their minds. He knew what they were thinking. A normal person does not have that ability. Only greatness can birth that. So this establishes the greatness of God. In wisdom, in wisdom, Jesus had intelligence of what was going on through someone's mind. Okay, now let's look at another instance. Second Kings 6, 8 to 12. Normally when a king is going to war with another country, they usually plan, they do land mapping, they do like a survey, like they look at the valley in the area, the topography of the area, the hiding spots, the kind of people that live in the land, they plan on number of horses to carry and all that. So now they were in the course of planning. Verse 8. Then the king of Syria warred against Israel and took counsel with his servants, saying, In such and such a place shall be my camp. So the king of Syria was fighting with Israel, and him and his soldiers agreed that they will have their camp in a particular place. The camp where the soldiers will be, where they will battle from, where they will mobilize from. Now, the king of Syria was talking to his people. No Israelite was there. Now see. And the man of God, Elisha, who was in Israel, sent unto the king of Israel, saying, Beware that thou beware that thou pass not such a place, for thither the Syrians are come down. It's like I'm walking on the road. Let's say I'm going down the road to see a friend, and someone rushes to me and says, oh, don't take that route, don't take that route, take another route. There are kidnappers in front. Do you get? So it's something like that. Now, the man of God sent unto the king of Israel, saying, Beware that thou pass not such a place, for there the Syrians are come down. So Elisha sent a message to the king of Israel, who was in war with the king of Syria, and told him that if you go to that place, so the Syrians will come down. They will descend on you and finish you. Now, the king of Israel wanted to verify that counsel, if that counsel was valid. 10. And the king of Israel sent to the place which the man of God told him and warned him of, and saved himself there, not once nor twice. So he actually sent somebody there and confirmed that there was danger there on like 3 different occasions. All right, let's move on. Therefore, the heart of the king of Syria was troubled because he could not make any headway in destroying the king of Israel. Therefore, the heart of the king of Syria was so troubled for this thing, and he called his servants and said unto them, will you not show me which one of us is for the king of Israel? In essence, I want to know the snitch, the rat. Who is the person that is ratting us out to the enemy? Who is leaking our secrets? And one of his servants said, none, my lord, like none of us is betraying you. None, my lord, O king, but Elisha, the prophet that is in Israel, telleth the king of Israel the words that thou speakest in your bedchamber. So if you go to your most secret place and you think nobody is there, this Elisha has a God-given ability to be able to know what is going on even when he's not there. He has CCTV cameras spiritually. He has Bluetooth earpiece that can pick up sounds from countries away. That's an amazing ability. It's an amazing ability. So this also testifies to the greatness of God. Speaking of wisdom. Now let's look at another instance. Now Jeroboam was God's punishment to the house of David for the sin of adultery that David committed. So God told David that because of what he had done, because he slept with another man's wife, killed the man and tried to cover it up. As punishment, God said he was going to take the kingdom. He will leave two with David's seed and take 10 away. So it was there that the division of Israel started. That's when we now started having Judah and Jerusalem in one and the other 10 tribes separately. So Jeroboam was the one that God gave the 10 tribes to. And instead of him to calm down, be humble, and have a good head on his shoulders, he messed up. So he wasn't on good terms with God. He had a problem. Now, normally when kings have issues, they usually inquire, like you go to God and ask God, what should I do about this situation? David did it on many occasions, many occasions. But you know the striking thing about David, even when he messed up, as many times as he messed up, he never hesitated to rush into the presence of God for direction and for help, even for punishment. Even for punishment, he preferred to get punishment from God than punishment from men. He was addicted to running to God. So no matter how grave whatever it is he did was, he was always running to God. And that's one thing that God really liked about him. So now this Jeroboam, he messed up, wasn't on good terms with God, and he had a problem. But the issue now was he couldn't ask God through God's prophet because he knew he had messed up. So what did he do? Now, the person he wanted to go and meet was Ahijah. Ahijah was the prophet who God used to pass the message to him, who God used to tell him that he will be in charge of Israel, the 10 tribes of Israel. So he needed to inquire from God through Ahijah, but he didn't want to do it himself. So listen to what he did. Let's go to First Kings 14, 1 to 6. At that time, Abijah, the son of Jeroboam, fell sick. So Jeroboam had a son that was sick. And Jeroboam said to his wife, arise, get up. I pray thee, please, and disguise thyself, that thou be not known to be the wife of Jeroboam. Don't let anybody know you are my wife. And get thee to Shiloh. Behold, there is Ahijah the prophet, who told me that I will be king over Israel. And take thee 10 loaves, like come bearing gifts. Take with thee 10 loaves and cracknels and a cruse of honey, that's a container of honey, and go to him, and he shall tell thee what shall become of the child. So in essence, he wanted to know what will happen to his child. And Jeroboam's wife did so, and arose and went to Shiloh and came to the house of Ahijah. Now there's a problem. This Ahijah could not see, he was blind, for his eyes were set by reason of his age. In essence, he could not see because of old age. 5. And the Lord said unto Ahijah, something has not happened, and God is making you get wind of it. And the Lord said unto Ahijah, behold, like see, the wife of Jeroboam is coming to ask you for something for her son, because her son is sick.